Okay. Excuse me. Back again. Working on this track. Got the momentum right now, so I have to do it every day. If I don't do it every day, it'll be like, I don't know, maybe it's not. I just take a little break, work on something else. Yeah. Lose where I am in it. It's like a game. It's like a video game, you know. You kind of take a break from it, and then you come back and you're like, damn, where was I? What was I doing? Takes a little while. Hi, sweetie. And hello to anybody here now, anybody watching this in the future. Let's take a listen to the state of it all. The cube. Oh, hey. Nice to see you again. I'm doing really well. How are you doing? How is my voice's level compared to the drums? Is it okay? Or should I turn down the music a bit? I'll play the actual track too, but you know. Here's the intro. A work break. Wow, work break. Where do you live? Yeah, so yeah, I haven't finished the chords at the end here, but once it reaches here, it's gonna all expand, soft, pillowy pads and stuff, you know. The toot toots, yeah. And I need to actually try moving these little sounds over because it does cover up the first toot toots, and we don't really want that. So I'm wondering if they were like 2 beats later. Or even here. Yeah, it's better. The notes probably have to be adjusted a bit now because so right there, little drum roll, boom, big drum, some rides, it's expansive, it's beautiful, you know, that sort of vibe. But anyway, let's listen to the rest of the track right now, and then I will come back and do the expansive, beautiful stuff. All right. some just like mad drum fill right there. Just quickly try that while I'm thinking about it. Hey, Darmolian. Yeah, Nightstream. I've been into it the last few days here. Good to see you. Have you been doing any music stuff recently? Has anybody in the chat been doing any music stuff recently? And if you have, what have you been doing? Playing, practicing, studying, producing, composing, listening? Potentially the most important aspect. Yeah. Where is this drum break thing? I thought it was right here. Maybe I deleted it. Did I delete it? No. Earth stood still. Fill. I did delete it. I guess. Well, you're working on some stuff, yeah. Sounds cool. I love stuff. What was it called? Earth stood still. Earth stood fill. Number 1. Okay, there we go. So I liked the sound of this little kit for this drum break. So if I can use it to do this fill at the end here, this may not work at all, but if it does work, it'll be really cool. So it needs to be where? Like... Need to get some perspective on that. I see. Okay, so let me just actually trim this, put you here. Something like... I have no idea if this is actually going to work, but... maybe. Yeah, so let's mute the other drums. I think mute the other drums. Is that the right idea? Yeah. I don't know if I like the kick drum in there, but that's all right. Film composing presentation to my local composer meetup on Monday. Oh, wow. Awesome. Film composing presentation. What are you presenting? Yeah, I'm iffy on this part here. Chicka chicka, it's not really ideal. But maybe it'll work. We'll see. No. Not sure what. No, it's the wrong kind of fill for this moment. Yeah, I'll come back to that. All right, back to, oh, I had something I wanted to try just quickly in here before I go and do the intro, which is something in here. This, tier 3, so this sound sounds like this. I keep thinking, like, what if this is an octave higher? Maybe not. interesting. It's quite loud when it goes up high like that. What? It's like it's screaming. I'm showing that arranging and mixing work for a short film. Oh yeah, it's not as fat as this for sure. No. Oops. Well, that's awesome. Happy to hear that. Anybody else who's here, let me know. What kind of music stuff are you working on? I assume if you're watching this stream that you do music stuff. But maybe not. Maybe people watch this and they don't actually make music themselves. I wonder. Does anyone watch this and they're not a musician? Be interesting to know. All right. Something about this needs to change, though. It feels like I can just do this a simple, like what if I just flip this voicing up like that? Oh, these are double notes. What is the chord? It's a D over C. I see. That's kind of cool. Let me get some perspective on that. This one needs to be like it, but even better. I think that drum fill you were working on might be easily achieved by doing some sort of snare roll. Does not have to be overly complicated. No, you're totally right. I think it can actually be super simple because the other thing, the like wobbly bass thing, is so rhythmic and already like in your face that trying to do too many divisions over it, I think ruins its syncopated quality. So probably some kind of like sparse, you know, sort of spaced out thing, perhaps. Joseph, welcome, by the way. All right, so yeah, this one, right. Now the question is, how do we modify this voicing to give something different? Right, playing D over C. So sharp 9, sharp 11. Wow. A, just the fifth. Yeah, it's kind of cool actually if we spaced it like this. Flat 9 perhaps. Interesting. Natural 9. Gotta hear it in context a little bit. And needs more bite, so maybe the flat 9 is important. I'm also doubling the C, so we could... Is that patch? Yeah, it is. It's really low. Interesting. So what is this? I'm playing C... Oh, wrong octave. Wow. That's with the 13 instead of the flat 7. I don't know what Chordwatch is saying for those things. C dim 7. Yeah, C dim 7, major 7. Choo choo. Yeah, it's choo choo. Hey, that's pretty funny. Imagine the choo choo sounds like that. Anyway, pull this down to here. No. Sharp 5. Yeah, that's not bad. So this little fill in here is very complex right now, but I think with a bit of drums, it might work out. And by the way, hey, Mr. Quacker, sorry, didn't say hello to you. Or mess with the pitch bend, make it longer, hold it for a while, or a different direction. What was I just doing? What was the thing I was just working on that you would be telling me about? That I was doing these things, right? Oh, you're talking about this. Make the pitch bend longer or different here. I see what you mean. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. That's a good idea. Let's try. Yeah, I do like it a bit slower. Let's try that for now and see how we feel about it later. All right, here though. Don't know how much of the drums I should pull out there, because it's, you know, kind of, you know, it's those chords that go, oh. So I kind of feel like I want to be gentle. Like, what if we switch the snare to this and make it gentle with this also gentle. Yeah, I like it. And then actually and we can maybe, yeah, the ride is, you know, mute these. That's cool. One division has to be played in there. This, oops. No, not on the 16th like that. Yep. And then going across into this boundary. Need perspective. Yeah, let's try to put a snare on this. And then a kick here. Yeah. Now what if we even did like that's pretty cool. Can we actually do them in between? Nah, it's better on the beat. That thing. Wow, that was funny being offset like that. Interesting. Stream music is maybe louder than it needs to be compared to your voice. Okay, good to know. I'll turn it down. Try this. I was talking quieter there for a while. When you hear what I say, I can blast. Yeah, absolutely. I want that too. How's that? Could be even quieter. Guess we got to sidechain the mic. Yeah, could do that. Let's try it like this. So now by speaking at this volume, how is that compared to the music you were just hearing? Is that fine? Usually when I'm doing the challenge streams or whatever, I don't have like a track being pushed into a limiter, but I do right now. So my settings probably need to be different because it's, yeah, probably pretty loud. Sick ass beat, by the way. Didn't hear any of it before today. Oh, well, cool. Thanks, Quacker. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, it sounds great. Oh, and your voice is much better now. Oh, okay, yeah, right. I guess if I'm sitting back here and I'm sort of like half mumbling in a hypnotic music trance, probably can't hear me too well. All right. Oh yeah, there's this one part that's too techy. It's like a fill. Oh, it's got to be this. Here we need, sounds like something Evan Brewer would do. I know the name Evan Brewer, but I can't think of any music. I like it. Would be nice to hear gnarly bass guitar on this. Well, yeah, as always. Thing is, once you like establish this sort of vibe, it's like the neuro bass thing, it's hard to make a bass guitar sound quite as big as that, you know? Not that it has to. You could probably like put some other stuff on there as well. But the way that you can get synths to just sound so beefy, you know, it's hard to match. Beach Axis. I don't know if I said hello to you already, but hi. All right. So there's something I just want to do. Oh yeah. Excuse me. May I be excused? Remember asking my parents that at the dinner table. May I be excused? No. No, my parents weren't mean to me, but if I hadn't eaten all my, you know, I don't know what, broccoli or something. All right, so I'm gonna go back to the intro. Oh yeah, something I did want to do. I don't know if I'm gonna do it this moment, but I need to create a whole bunch of little reverse things. Like take the kick, put it on a reverb, bounce it, reverse kick reverb, but a real short one, real short one for a snare, for a kick, for other stuff that you can just whoop into. That hopefully those things are not loud enough to be noticeable, but they, you know, go acoustically or subconsciously stimulate a certain sense of power, getting whipped into something, you know, right? That feeling of, but it goes into a snare or a kick or a bass note or something. It can really add to it. But that's something that you kind of have to have your patterns in place and then make sounds that fit it and then go and place them all individually. It's very like fine detail, annoying kind of thing to do, but it really works. So you got to do it. I mean, I got to do it. Oh, you want to hear pops and slaps? Yeah, that would be pretty sick. All right, I'm going to go back and listen to the intro again because, yeah, I had some ideas there. So let's find out first of all, because this stuff is too loud, but these little side elements, but let's just find out which instrument it is that is too loud. Yeah, this gets a bit loud too, so we're gonna have to compress them both. When you start your stream projects, do you already have templates ready, or do you start from scratch with grouping drums and side chaining and all the good stuff? Oh yeah, I definitely work from a template, for sure. Everything is pre-set up, basically. All right, so I'm going to compress this. Here. And we'll do it like this. Is there something that's varying the volume other than my fader? All right, let's add these in now. They're pretty quiet there. This side stick, cross stick, rim shot needs reverb, and it needs it badly. It's in need of assistance, and I think I have a big verb I can use. Gosh, my throat is so dry. By the way, I was wondering, do you have a tutorial on how to make your music sound good on different systems? I can't see how to make my music sound good on speakers, even though it sounds good with my headphones. Use studio monitors and mixing. Yeah, I mean, you definitely got to be switching between them as you're mixing. And then I also have a plugin from Dear VR for doing, what do you call it, room simulation in headphones. So I also do a few things in there. I listen to them on my actual monitors, on my headphones the most, and then in my headphones I also put on that, and then I go between there and the system that I know best, which is my car, and then that's sort of how I learn about it as I'm doing the mixing, at the final mixing process. You know, I'm not interested in doing that any other time except at the very end. It's super annoying and takes a long time. I really don't like it. It's got to be done. It's got to be done if you want it to sound good. Yeah, so we need the side stick. Oh yeah, right. I was going to just automate. Yeah, I mean, it must already be automatable, I think. Yeah, here it is. Let's see. I don't remember what this reverb sounds like. Maybe it's not a large one. Yeah. It's not the ideal reverb for that side stick, but no, it doesn't. It must be going somewhere else because we should be hearing it there. Right, because it's going to my instrument bus. Yeah, well, whatever. Yeah, so you need to get like a pad that's going to come in there and just be like, whoa, check this out. That's the vibe I'm looking for. Oh yeah, I was going to play around with, if it works now, I tried to get it working today, Falcon 3. I've never really used Falcon very much. The time has come, it seems. No license was found. God damn it. I just did this earlier. Discard the errors. Let me do it. What can we get? I don't even know how to browse any of the stuff in here. That's how much I know about it. Falcon Factory Revision 2. Sure. What am I looking for? A pad. The script was created with a more recent version. Please upgrade your software. I just did it today. Is this not Falcon 3? How can I find out? No, it's 2. Oh, so why is it 2? I just installed 3. Maybe it's this one. VST3 version. Yeah, that's that one. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. What is this? Just getting started. This is tutorials or something? I don't know. Here we go. What's Falcon? Falcon is like a super crazy in-depth synth sampler thing that you can just make anything. It's extremely flexible sort of synth for people who like to get really technical. And I like to get technical, but probably not this technical. So I'm going to be looking into presets today because, yeah. All right. I'm looking for pad. No. It's kind of in the realm. That's pretty nice too. That's pretty nice indeed. Let's try using this one first, and then we'll see how it sounds. So the idea is, yeah, the pad needs to actually be able to move more with more agility. So we need to get a fast attack, and we need to get, what is this, all reverb? No. So how can I adjust the release on this? Edit. I'm gonna assume this is the release. Yep. And then there is... there's like another layer or something. It's like a second part of the sound. Yeah, just give me a minute here to try to figure out how this works. Oh, I see. I can go with just that. I see. Jeez, that's pretty cool too. Are you a fan of modular synths? Yeah, I'm not a fan of owning them, but I'm a fan of looking at them and watching people demo them and make music on them and stuff. I really like that. And the whole idea behind it is really attractive, but I don't own any. All right, so let's try this. And we'll adjust it if needed, if need be. So I'm going to, oh yeah, I didn't even finalize this chord progression, but whatever. I want to hear what this sounds like now, so the time has come. Now if I just push, no, okay. Now if I just push, what's that? What is this gray note? Am I looking at 2 tracks at once or something? It's muted now? Is that what that means? It's muted? Yeah. Why is it muted? Weird, dude. All right. I got to do that for a few of these. Oops. Talk about an expensive hobby. Seriously. Do you have any, Joseph? My favorite modular artist, Zeta Zero. Yeah, I'm subscribed to that channel as well. She had that kind of money. Me too. Like, I'm ready to spend some money on music stuff, don't get me wrong. But that stuff is just tough. It's tough when you got a DAW, you know, when you have a DAW and I can already do all this. I think like the modular thing can't actually help me that much. And as far as the making of the music goes, it can make it more enjoyable though, or different, you know, for a while. That's what I see it as. I would never trade this for that. But if I had a modular setup, I think I would just treat it as its own little sandbox that doesn't connect to the DAW and just, just play there. And then when it's done, it's done. You unplug all the stuff and it's gone. You don't record it. I mean, you could maybe record it, but like, you know, I don't want to try to integrate it into my DAW setup. I would like it to be a little side thing and feel like, oh, I can go play here for a while. No screens. That's the attractive part. You'd spend good money to get rid of that emoji icon. I can't believe that thing. How has it made it this far past QA testing? You know, like, okay, fine, put a heart somewhere that everybody can click or, you know, whatever. But don't put it where it cuts off people's chats. How? Yeah, anyway, it boggles the mind. It really does. Okay, this is just an experiment here. I'm just going to try to like blend all of this, as much as possible. The Dukas is getting restless. When my dog's been in here for too long, she just starts getting up, walking around, whining at me, of course. Scratching the floor and looking at me. She's super cute. Set her free, yeah. I will do that. We are QA, but have nobody to listen to us. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just let her out 1 sec. There you go. Yeah. Free at last. Free to go try to find some food. Ask for a treat. So my fix for icon placement is to pop out the chat and make it wide enough not to overlap. Yeah, right. So I have to have it, you know, a certain width just because of the screen real estate that I've got. But there is a way actually even to just, you know, show the code for the, whatever you call this chat client page thing, you know, in inspect, and there's some variable in there that you can just change and then it takes it away. But you have to do it every time, so it's kind of annoying. Anyway, what's this sound like now? Click on 3 dots, press X. Click on the 3 dots near the X. Press open chat new window. The emoji won't be a problem after, like you said. Oh, you just mean like if it could be wide enough, which I was just saying I can't do. Yeah. Anyway, what does this sound like? It sounds hella loud. That's what it sounds like. Yeah, let's tweak this again. Wow, that's pretty interesting. I like that. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I want that to be wider and more immersive. It's a little bit like centered right now. More gear and more screens, yeah, right. Do you prefer streaming on YouTube as opposed to Twitch? I just stream on YouTube because I already have, you know, a bunch of people who know me to be here, and if they wanted to see it. It also auto records everything, right? You don't have to do anything on YouTube. It's just saved forever. So if I do these, they're just there. So I like that about it. I like Twitch in every other way for streaming. I find it, obviously it's built for it primarily, so it makes sense. Anyway, I'm just trying to see if I can get this width going here, but there's just so many pages that I'm unfamiliar with right now. So this is a reverb and a delay and some kind of EQ. I'm looking to see where the actual oscillator is so that I can make it wider. Program layers. I don't know what I'm looking at all. Oscillators. Okay. But can I scroll this? What is this? I have to watch a tutorial on this. I don't know what I'm doing. So we're just going to leave that as is. I'm going to put an EQ on this. Maybe we'll do, let's see if we can switch this to binaural pan and just, binaural pan? Is that what I want? Yeah, but how come I, oh no, this is centered and this is like this. Yeah. This chord at the end. It needs to be drier though, so reverb be gone. There is still some reverb somewhere. Or it's delay. Yeah, it's delay. I don't know about that. It sounds really cool in isolation, but in this track, I don't think it's gonna work. Well, we'll see. Oh, the key change just tilts my head for a second every time. No, it could potentially be a layer on top of this other thing that I would want, but it's not going to work. So this thing is honestly more like the sound, and or this. Yeah. Like what if the little toot toots become can't replace them. Oh my god. Let's try this. So let's put this up here. Yeah, I need to edit some of these things. I don't really like all those changes. Yeah, it sounds nice when it's very soft. But it's too quiet, so we have to automate. Like this. Okay, Joseph, nice to see you. Hope to see you soon. All right. What am I trying to do this? Oh yeah, I'm just wanting to bring the volume up. Let's do this. So is that noticeable coming out of here? Not really. Yeah, that's more like it. But the voicings should be different. So we're going to keep this going, and then we're going to add this. We're going to look at this and say, voicings. What if they were like, oops. What if this was here, here. Don't really want to use the 9 anymore. I thought I did, but I don't. So this will just be 7 perhaps. And put up here. And I am actually going to split. Where's that thing? Yeah. This at each chord change. Without a D to oh God. Without a D to ground that chord. It feels a bit weak. Right. So maybe we could do 5 voices, kind of big, but for this application. But let's see. If it was seemingly 3, that's split here, or we could add 1. We could do. I see this has all of these. Okay. Yeah, nah. Nah. Gosh, how about we just go from 3 to 4? Let's hear it in context. It's all too low, mid-rangey with the root notes and all this. So yeah, no, still. It's more like the range we want to be in. Nope. All right, and then this is what? This is a, oh yeah, the D7 flat 9 flat 13. So you can be here. this up instead. Yeah, that's better. And we can put this up. Sound is definitely not right, but I'm just trying to get a nice part that I can use a different sound on. So what if this went more like... Do, do, do. Load it. These last chords are going to get changed here. Last two. This move? Oh yeah, right, the inverted thing. Mm-hmm. And then let's put this as a F instead. And let's actually just hold the G. G, whatever that's supposed to be. Here we go. This, and you're getting changed to this. And I don't know, for now we're just going to duplicate. When we get on that G, that's not the chord. Right, okay, yeah. No, the 7 ruins it. The 7 ruins it, so we need to keep all sevenths away from this G chord. Perhaps we can go back to the root, but the D. Yeah, it's gotta be what it is, I think. And at this part, we also want to have some cymbals and stuff going, but I do need this to be sounding better first. So first thing I can try is, what if they were all even at the bottom of the velocity? Yeah, I mean... Nah, it's just too static. It's just the wrong patch for it. Do I have a patch I haven't used? Oh yeah, what is this? Oh, this is what I used to make that thing before. That's a pretty crazy patch. I wonder if... But no, not for this. What if this... Oh gosh, it's got so much reverb on it. But what if this was the sound? It's probably going to sound ridiculous. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's interesting. Even with all the reverb, it sounds pretty cool. If I automate the pan, so that it comes to center by this point. Gets kind of a dark feel there, hey, at the end. Now with this sound, we would want to link stuff. And stuff is linked. Link stuff in 3 easy steps. Okay. Symbols. So we could just try, you know, this stuff. You know. So let's try a couple different ideas. Come on now, where is it? Past it? Oh, I'm clicking the wrong one. There it is. Okay, so let's take this and say, what if it's just straight up dotty 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 dotty, but lighter? David, hey, good to see you, David. How are you doing? It's been a while. So we can try some different patterns here. Kind of like that, actually. Doing great, thanks. Have fun making sick beats. Thanks, David. I'll play you the track before you go. Unless you heard it already, just let me know. If you already heard it, then I won't play it for you. So if this was here. Yep. And then at the same time, we have the other short ride. hi-hat maybe we should get in there. Where are you? Here. Yeah, that's pretty good. Doody-waddy-doo. How many cymbals can a drummer play at once? Not 3. The full track. So far there's no connection between the intro and the rest, and the rest itself is in pieces. But I'll play it for you. Here's the intro as it stands. Let's say that does that again. Some kind of buildup occurs, and then we're into this. That's where it's at. That's so funny, David. I mean, this synchronicity of this is very bizarre. You say reminds me of Maxo. Just yesterday, I was playing in a game for the first time called I Wanna Maker. And in the campaign for that game, there's this music that is just amazing. Very much like the music in Crosscode, if anyone's played that. And my wife and I were just like, wow, what is this? Who is this? We kept talking about it. Like, the music is so good. It's so good. It's amazing. I looked it up. It's Maxo. I've never heard of Maxo ever in my life. Go looking for the soundtrack, and it's not there. You can't find it for this game anywhere. You can find all his other stuff, which I've listened to, which, yes, I was going to mention is very similar to this in a certain sense. And then, so I ended up emailing him today out of the blue. I just messaged him asking him if he wanted to come on the podcast, basically. And so it's very bizarre that, you mentioned that. I've never heard his name before, and literally today I heard of him, and I messaged him out of the blue, and now here you are saying that. And I was thinking to myself earlier, you know, there's this sort of phenomenon that seems to happen when you get some people that have this mix of some sort of jazz background with a bunch of production experience, and they're one person, not a band, and they end up making this sort of thing that's in this realm. Maxo's in that realm, Tennyson is in that realm, Anomaly is in that realm. You know, there's a bunch of this sort of just extreme everything all the time in some, you know, some kind of genre, subgenre of electronic music type of thing. So anyway, it's a very bizarre coincidence, and I was thinking about that all day, this sort of type of music. Anyway, back to what I was doing here. Sometimes you can't hear the little bidoo, bidoo, bidoo on these little dudes. So maybe this needs to be louder, but... they just get totally buried by the flute thing. Thanks, David. Peace. Talk to you soon. So we need some kind of like I don't know what. You need to like stop the rhythm of, well, with all the colors. You know, kind of like stop these. All right, let's just get rid of them. And maybe try to hold this. It doesn't really hold, but yeah, sort of like that. And that's where we need some more of these little reverses to come in, but I'll make that later. Maybe the snare changes now to, or at least gets, what would the word be? Layered. Oh, I see. Oh, that snare is so loud for this part. So maybe if we combine this, sorry for this, with that. And with this. No. Now maybe we should go into the classic drum bass pattern. Or closer to, how about that? Let's do like this. Comp TV. I've been watching for years and always share your content as an S1 proselytizer. That's great, Comp TV. Haven't I spoken to you before? I guess not if you're saying that, but I could have sworn. Comp TV. Are you in the Discord or something? Anyway, nice to see you. Glad that you could make it. Yeah, I don't know if I quite like how sort of triadic and dark it gets there at the end, but... Maybe we should even have the kicks on these downbeats as well, just to be like, we're going now. This is actually happening. The song is going to happen to you. And I keep thinking about adding some, the melody too should do something. Oh yeah, and then this thing is always moving around. Hey, let's turn that off for now. That's a nice one. I like that idea. That's pretty cool. So you do it. We'll do it after for each one, and then on that one, we'll do them together. Here we go. That's the wrong notes. No, I could do that too. How's that? Oh, both are good. And it's kind of nice that it moves the other direction, I guess. So let's do that. Yeah, that's not the one. Now I'll have some stuff happening here. With that, all these plugins turned on, I'm just gonna be a disaster. Let's see. Super appreciate all your talent teaching. You helped me efficient in the DAW. Slow to pick up the theory, but inspire. Hey, wow. Thank you so much, CompTV. I appreciate that. Appreciate the kind words and the donation. It's wonderful. Coltrane, hey, good to see you. I was thinking about you the other day, Coltrane, because of the Jazz DMB thing, and I said, hey, you never sent me that track. It's entirely possible I did catch you another time. Actually, sorry if I forgot. Hey, I have no idea. Maybe you didn't. Just look at your, I look at the profile picture you got, and I think, I've seen that. Send a SoundCloud link tomorrow. Oh yeah, please. Please do. Moon Whisperer. I see that and I think dodecahedron, but it's not. It's decodathon. Decodathon. Welcome. Moon Whisperer. What's that? Is that the name of this patch? Oh, I need to add the reverb to this track. And then this one is the one we're going to do. They go together. Oy, oy, oy. Now there, maybe we'll change the instrument to something else instead of being the flute thing. We'll use a synth or something. I notice a lot of successful bedroom producers feel their music more than understanding it technically. Does your perspective on that change depending on the genre, or is it married in your mind? A lot of successful bedroom producers feel their music more than understanding it technically. Does your perspective on that change depending on the genre? Well, it could be anything. The real question is just, are you able to make the kind of music that you want in a time frame that you're happy with? If you are, then you just do that. If you're not, then you ask, what is it? Do you need, more instrument practice, or do you not have the knowledge, you don't understand how to make it? Then maybe you do need to study a bit, and so on it goes. That's my perspective on it anyway. So someone can be, and I know people that are amazing producers of very complex music, but they don't know any theory and they don't think about it at all. I know a ton of theory, and I do think about it, but when I'm composing, for the most part, the hope is that you transcend all that, right? You sort of learn it, internalize it, and then when you're there doing it, it's just some kind of feeling that you have to go for. Then the theory can provide solutions about how to achieve that. You kind of have some instinct on like, right, that sound is this, or something like that. So yeah, if someone hopefully everyone feels their music, even if you understand it technically on a theoretical level, hopefully you still really feel it. All right. Right, this one needs reverb. Oh, wait. This one doesn't have it. Is it going to a bus? No. I'm tripping right now. Oh, macro 4. That's what it is. Okay, so we'll do the same here. I'm gonna go touch, macro 4, read, and then I'm just going to copy this, and we're happy. Is the stream still all right? YouTube is telling me it's not happy somehow. It's not receiving enough bandwidth, but it doesn't make any sense because OBS is pushing it. I see it. Anyway, I like the way that these are sounding. Yeah, the time element is an important point, because if you can't achieve the kinds of sounds that you're wanting to, stalling for a minute, but fine now. Okay, if you can't achieve the kinds of sounds that you're wanting to in like a enjoyable time frame, then it gets very frustrating. You're trying a bunch of stuff and it's not working. You're trying to achieve a certain sound and you can't do it, and it's not fun. It just ends up, it can start fun, but then if it's not really working for a long time, you sort of feel like you're beating your head against the wall. And that's how I felt a lot of the time when I was learning earlier on. Not that I'm not learning now, but when I was first learning certain things, I was prompted to because I heard these sounds in certain kinds of music, and I said, I need to know how to do that. I love that. This kind of stuff that I do here now. And I thought, I don't know how to do it. I can't do it by ear. Every time I try to do it, it just, sounds stupid, basically. I might even hear some chord and be like, oh, maybe that. And then I try to like figure out, but what are the notes I'm hearing? And I couldn't do it. And I would just say, whatever, fuck it. So in that way, I was really prompted into studying because I didn't have another route. I just wasn't that kind of person that could do it all by ear. So, yeah, that's it. So we need something else to come in there. And something else special has to happen there too. Maybe the ride cymbal goes. What if it's like this? No, it doesn't matter what the length is. Yeah, oh, if that's another really nice melodic instrument right there that replaces that one, it's just going to be money. It's going to be absolute money. I'm the same. I do software by trade, so I think through things systematically and work well with structure. But whenever I produce, it's been the exact opposite, and I get frustrated. Yeah, it happens. And in production, there's so much to get frustrated with because it's not just like understanding music and music theory and feeling your way around a keyboard and all that, but there's also all the technicalities of the DAW in terms of tracks and buses and effects and sends, mastering, limiting, those technical things, and then the mixing side of things with the compression and EQ and reverb and all that. There's just so much. There's so much to keep track of. It's wacky. It takes a long time. Sometimes that can end up breaking rules and making something cool, but now that my time is more restricted, I prefer efficiency. Yeah, I mean, definitely understanding theory and whatever provides you efficiency, that's for sure. You understand what is traditionally considered right and will work. You can make something that sounds good quite quickly, but still there ends up needing to be the danger element, because if you're not, doing dangerous stuff in terms of your time, that is, you might be making an investment to try to do something that seems like, this isn't going to work, but maybe I should try. There's sort of a time investment there, right? And if you're not doing those things, then you won't discover stuff, right? You'll just end up doing stuff that sounds like theory music, as opposed to breaking theory music or theory, I don't know what you call it, It's still orderly and structured, but then you end up finding these ways to bend and push stuff. It is essential. It is essential to do, I'd say. Simon, welcome. Hola. All right, so oh yeah, I was gonna see, what if I put a distortion on the plucks at this point and they start getting like beefy, where I layer the plucks? Perhaps that's more the answer. I don't know. Let's just see. Doesn't that sound just so satisfying? I made this a long time ago, and I did it by taking a recording of my guitar, doing a palm mute on an electric guitar with a pick, And then I loaded that as a wavetable, or, you know, loaded the audio file into Serum and then split it up as a wavetable, which you can do. And you can see there's very little change. It's just a little thoop. So that's an actual guitar pluck spread across the wavetable. And then I layered this guitar pick sound on top of it, which is just what it sounds like. And it ends up... I think it sounds great. It's just super satisfying. Little pluck, perfect decay. Right? Ooh, yeah. But I don't think I have a like distortion or something as a macro built into it. And I don't know if that's actually going to sound any good, but we're going to try. And we're going to try with Saturn. Our friends that have their doctorates in composition, some of their stuff is wacky. I'm definitely not smart enough to understand, appreciate it as much. Yeah, I mean, that's the funny thing with music though, right? It's like, yeah, there's no definitive way to say anything about it. I was trying to say something there and I thought, I can't really say that. But something in the line of, you know, if it takes a lot of technical perspective to enjoy a particular thing, I can't say that's wrong. That's fine. Some things just do. And there's nothing wrong with that. Enjoying something because you understand all the technicalities of it. You know, it's like when you have memes and you know something really well. I know music theory, for instance, quite well. And then if I see memes that are music theory memes, okay, I can get it. It's funny that perhaps to someone that doesn't understand it, it would be, you know, nothing. I'm sure that happens in all fields. So I can't say that that's not cool with music too, that like really technical music that sounds like noise to other people, but if you understand what it is and the purpose of it and whatever, and then you can appreciate it, cool. And there's a lot of kinds of music like that. A lot of modern classical can sound like that. A lot of avant-garde jazz can sound like that. Atonal music can sound like that. There's dissonant stuff, basically. That's the thing, dissonant stuff in general. But also some people, you know, don't have much of a tolerance for information-dense music. I don't know how else you would maybe say that. Stuff where, like this that I'm working on now, or you know, anything that I'm generally listening to, the stuff that I really like myself, is this music where there's always changingness, right? There's new melodies coming in and out all the time. The key is changing all the time. There's chords that are going outside the key and back in constantly, right? This sort of like information-dense. There's always newness occurring. It's not just one set of notes and you never hear anything else. Not that that's not cool too, it's fine, but just thinking about information-dense music, some people don't have much of a tolerance for that. You know, that's just too much. And there's very much a sliding scale of that. You know, what I'm doing here is somewhere on that scale. And then Maxo, I was talking about earlier, his stuff is even way more information-dense than this. You know, it's just moving. It's too much for me most of the time. It's just really going crazy in his own personal music. But the music in the game that I was attracted to was not really like that. It's still high information music, but not like this just absolutely blow your mind in every second kind of vibe. I used to hate listening to classical Indian music vocals. Then I started studying ICM and it taught me to enjoy it. Yeah. I feel dumb. I need soul courses and I'm going to pause my wish list of plugin purchases and head to Udemy. Okay. Well, I hope you enjoy comp if you end up grabbing them, and just let me know if you have any questions. Rather taught me the perspective I need to enjoy it. Yeah, it's the way it goes, you know, and that's the way it is with people with jazz too, is that if you don't have the listening experience, that's really, you know, a lot of the times what it is. And there's things that can even augment it theoretically to give you other ways to enjoy the thing. You know, like a jazz to a person who doesn't listen to it much seems to feel that a lot of it just feels noisy and meandering, which I totally get. And some jazz is noisy and meandering, that's for sure. But once you have a bunch of listening experience and you start to understand how it flows and what the patterns are, not in a theoretical way, but just in a felt way, you know, you just kind of get it. And you can kind of parse the dense harmonies and they feel some way and, you know, whatever. Then you start to feel like, I can understand this music. I like this music. And then all the nuances start to become more apparent. And You feel like, wow, you know, this is a whole world. And it's like that for all these genres that have some opaqueness on the outside, you know, that are either some kind of dissonance or some kind of noisiness or some kind of high information content or whatever it is, that to a listener who's not used to it, it's like us listening to Indian classical music a lot of the time. It's very dense with information, but a type that we're not used to listening to, and how to listen to it, you know, what to pay attention to and what's even happening, basically, right? And yet with jazz too, once you know, if you do understand some of the theory behind it and understand how weaving through chord changes works when you're improvising, and you know, the various kind of tricks and interesting ideas that people come up with, clever stuff that people do to walk all over chord changes and play outside and play inside and do all this stuff, that's its own joy too, to hear people do that, and you know, just hear all the ways that people can do it and walk through it and the kinds of licks they play and whatever. That's really enjoyable too. A little hesitant that learning deeper music theory will direct me to start making music too complex for most to enjoy. Yeah, so I think you or someone posted something about that in a question for me for the next Q&A at some point, which I'll respond to there. But I mean, for me, whatever. If you as the artist are not completely satisfied with your own output, especially when it's just for fun and you're not like beholden to doing a certain kind of music for your livelihood, which some people get into that situation, of course. When you can just do whatever you want, you just got to do whatever you want. You just got to really do it. You know, there's no reason not to, because everybody else is making the other kinds of music that you hear in the world. You don't have to make it. They're making that. So let them do it. And then whatever comes natural to you in terms of what's most fun and drives your curiosity and whatever, that's what you got to do, of course. Or else you're going to get burned out. If you try to do anything for too long that isn't in alignment with you, it's just not going to happen. So, distortion. This is not what I want at all. It's just not sounding cool. It just sounds distorted. I mean, it sounds bigger, but I'm more looking for like brighter. It does beef them up. They do get beefed, but that might not be what we want. No. Like if I don't know. Find it way more fun to not care what other people think to an extent. Obviously I want people to enjoy it, but it's not a job, so I'm trying to treat it like that. Yeah. If you really like it, there will be other people out there that really like it. You know, the kind of thing I'm making right now is not something that a lot of people in the world are into. But I got to do it. I just got to do it. So... I don't really like that. I don't want to change it now, but I will change that harmony there later. It's just too classical for this vibe. As much as I love me some classical Baroque harmonic movement, I realize now what I need here is a bass. That's why it's not quite getting... Ooh, so this thing is just so massive. All right, well, let's try it anyway. Ah. That's kind of interesting, hey? I can't play that fast enough. Something like that. It's cool too. Boom, you know. I mostly know you for S1 content ear training stuff, so apologize for the dumb question, but how do you feel about mixing, mastering? Your stuff always sounds clean. Do you enjoy mixing too? No, not really. I don't really enjoy mixing. I enjoy mixing insofar as it is compositional. That part of it in terms of placement of things, but the actual like fine tuning of trying to make it be loud and stereo separated and all this, like it's enjoyable perhaps as like a puzzle or some kind of intellectual challenge, but artistic / intellectual challenge. But I would way rather I could just play in and like talk to an AI and it would just mix it and I would say, no, a little brighter, a little darker, sync it in the thing, you know, that would absolutely drop that in a second. Sonosmart, hey, good to see you. What about staccato strings? It's too much. Staccato strings is going to bring in the feeling of like, oh, this is some kind of like epic, you know, movie tie-in vibe. As much as I love staccato strings. Oh, right, the bass. It's just so heavy. I need to get like a lighter one for this section. Get some orchestral hits. Yeah, right. Hey, right. Ah. That's way too much movement for it, but it's fun to try because it's kind of, I don't know, it's a vibe. Just want something kind of maybe simple, and then it's going to drop out before the drop comes back. Those orchestral hits on those old keyboards, even back in the day as a kid, I heard that and I was like, don't know about that. Yeah, I don't have another bass, do I? Oh, I do, but it's the super fat boy, but he's filtered right now. Into club slaps, though. I won't argue. All right, well, that's as much as I want to do on the intro for now. I need to fill out those chords more, add the bass line, but just not wanting to do it at the moment. So this thing is too, this ride cymbal is a bit too heavy-handed, so. It's better. So here I want to change up this bass fill. You know, something like that. Did you beatbox that drum at first? No, I started the stream. I did some beatboxing just of drum bass beats in general, but I didn't actually use it for this. Beat synth bass fills are nice. So we're gonna go doop doop bap doop bet doop doop doop. You know. Oh, I see. No, I don't want that. Drip. Oh, do I have a pitch bend? No. Just because they're touching, I guess. Flute could get some pause. Yeah, absolutely. Flute could get some pause. Flat 5. It's a bit much. Just mirror the melody. Flat 5. I don't know. It's pretty wacky. It changes the vibe in a pretty significant way. Circus vibe for a second. I mean, I don't dislike it for sure. It does make the little chattering laughter thing more, you know, in line. You know, sounds a little bit cheeky for a second. He goes, eh, 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 eh. But no, we'll put him up here. I just love how that goes. So I wanted to add a texture to this. And I'm not using this track, am I, for anything at all? No. Oh, this is this bubbly thing. It's almost got like an inharmonic, sort of metallic thing going on, right? You think the high-pitched bass thing can work with a different timbre? The high-pitched bass thing, what, you just mean the little fill? Or a different? Yeah, I mean, I probably have the distortion and stuff turned up on it at that moment, but I could probably smooth it out a bit, perhaps. Oh, we should get rid of this. The crispiness? Is that what it is? Yeah. And this, what does this do? Bum, 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 bum. It's better. So this, we will take this and replace it. Maybe a sampler for some granular texture on what? The heavy thing I'm talking about? My plan is to take that heavy bass and then record a whole bunch of output of it going through Portal, and then go in and start mixing in the audio of like the, you know, shit. All right, so this, is this the right track? 3, yes. Mm-hmm. All right. Right, texture. And Sonosmart, when you are saying you would put it in a sampler and do granular stuff, are you talking about in like Omnisphere's granular thing or in Pigment's granular thing? What kind of sampler are you using when you do that? If you do that. You're a wizard, Konyi. How would they say my name, my last name in with an English accent? Konyi. Max Konyi. Is that right? Anyone from the UK here? No, you'd all be asleep. You use reason for it. I see. Hey, Frio. That's pretty cool. Sounds Australian a bit. Yeah, I always do that. Mix. Sounds like Kiwi, what? New Zealand. Mix Konyi. Mix. But if I had my choice of accent, I would probably have a New Zealand accent. It's just too good. New Zealand accent, Jamaican accent is also wonderful. This is more like what I'm looking for. So do we just leave it just like, or do you put in the flat sixes and stuff? Your favorite accent is what? What is that? IE? Ireland? Beer can in a British accent. The secret to breaking into Jamaican. Beer can in a... I can't even hear it right now, how you would do it. This for me the the secret of bringing in Jamaican is bass. Bass. Play me the bass. Bass, boy. I had a reggae song I did for a challenge where I did some of that. Konyi, if you're from Brazil. I love Portuguese. Maxis Maximilian, yeah. Biecan, yeah, right. Biecan. For some reason, my cat wakes me up early in the morning when she's hungry. I just stand there while she eats. That's nice. Amanda, hi. Welcome. All right, but anyway, I'm talking about this thing. This thing's going whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. And so we could just sit on the sort of power chord, or we could walk a little bit, but there's been so much movement that I kind of feel like don't move. But it's actually not too bad doing that little walk up and down. I can kind of dig that. It's kind of cool too. Two cup. So we just need to get the attack up a little bit on this thing. Up, down, faster. And is the start position being randomized? No. Why? May as well, right? Random, oscillator, sample start. Not sure if that's working, but let's assume so. Oops. And welcome to anybody else who's here. If you haven't said hello, not that you have to, just welcoming you so you feel included, appreciated. If you're watching in the future, hello to you. You're included too. Hello to the lurkers. Hello, Frederick. I definitely live that lurk life on absolutely everything. I mean, oh, there's a couple of streams that I occasionally will chat on, but really not much. It was Bob Ross. That was Bob Ross. What was Bob Ross? Cool. So this is doing this. I like to talk, so I basically never lurk. That's great. I have a video watch later right now that probably everybody who knows of the guy has it being shown to them, something where it says like, is high pass filters ruining your mixes? Yes. Maybe. I'll be interested to see what he has to say. Oh yeah, I know who Bob Ross is, but what was Bob Ross? I must have missed something. All right, so. Oh yeah, and then we're going to automate this volume. Let's get the overall volume first. Oops. And then we're going to automate that. Doop-blum, doop-blum. And then we need a nice big riser, some kind of cool riser situation. Oops. I kept thinking, do you bring a melody in over this too? Like once you've established it for a bit, just to keep the groove going even a little longer. You know, could there be some sort of like, I don't even know what you would do, but. You know, just walking in fourths. I don't hate it. I kind of like that. Just Portal Fun could be next. Yeah. Powerpuff Girls' Ultimate Melody for DMB. It's funny. We were just, that's another ridiculous coincidence. Just before, earlier today, before I came on stream, we were listening to some drum bass, as we do constantly. And there was a Powerpuff Girls drum and bass remix. And we remarked on it. We tried to find the song, but we couldn't. It wasn't on Spotify, probably because it's got the Powerpuff Girls samples in it. But that's so bizarre that you would say Powerpuff Girls is the ultimate melody for D&B. Just listening to a D&B Powerpuff Girls song of all things. What about a siren in that part instead of a melody? Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. I'm curious to try and get a melody because I'm always trying to explore this. Can you be heavy and melodic, or heavy and sophisticated, or whatever you want to say, at the same time? You know, oftentimes you can't. I've tried many times to do similar things. And as soon as you include certain intervals, it just sort of breaks it. It doesn't sound heavy anymore. So that's why I'm interested in experimenting to see, like, how can you do it? Do you just have to be fully chromatic? You know, every degree that you play over it definitely does something. You know, 9s are feeling good to me. 3 is maybe like, I don't know, maybe it's losing it. Flat 2, of course. 5, flat 6, natural 7. You know, whatever. I didn't know what it was until someone mentioned that as a reference. Oh, really? If you've never heard of Bishu, he does edgy EDM genre streams that he calls fake genres. Oh, no, never heard of that. Edgy EDM genre streams. What's edgy about them? Is this stream edgy right now? Jay Parker, hey. Good to see you. Have we chatted before, Jay? I'm sorry if we haven't. I've forgotten. I'll just write the guy's name down for now. Bishu EDM genre stream. We have chatted before. Sorry. But good to see you again. Regarding S1. Oh, okay. Maybe this can be the orchestral hit part. Can you imagine? Oh, God. That was the wrong one. All right. That little in there is too much. Or is it this? Maybe it's this. Let's just see. No, I don't know. There's one of them that I hear that I think, nah. Maybe that one is fine. Maybe it's the other one. Maybe it's this. I kind of like that. But where else does this happen? It happens over here. Maybe this is the one. I don't know, it's fine there too. They're based on a subgenre, and then his chat Discord creates a pun, and that's what he based the production on. I believe he's a fellow Canadian. Oh, wow. Okay. I will check him out. Get him checked. There or something. I don't know. It's still not really working. Here I was thinking, wouldn't it be funny just for a second if the drums played swing? Because, you know, why not? That drum bass feel where it's triplets instead of straight is just... You know? What a feel. Can't get that right now. It's pretty cool. Might be going a bit overboard with that, but let's see. And then what if I were to also make this swing? Make sure we're not going to grab the ends. What if I just quantize you as is? Are you going to do it? Yeah, kind of. So the bass is like pushing against it. This is one of these time syncs where you're like, is this actually gonna work? Am I just wasting my time trying this right now? But you gotta try it. I appreciate the chat. I'm headed to bed, but I'm gonna grab the courses first. Excited to jump in. Any pro tips on knowing which to start on based on level of experience? Well, they were originally designed, the courses were originally designed just to be done in order. Well, in order. You wouldn't even know what order they are. Fundamentals, melody, and then chords. And there's other parts to it that are not finished, even after years. But they will get done. All right, and then what if we just did this? I see this didn't work out as well. Let's feel it out. Okay, dinner soon. That's great. I don't know. Do you do it? I know that some percussion is not on there as it should be, but like if we just mute these. Okay, before I end here, that's going to be the poll. We're going to have a poll. Poll is swang or no swang. Swang, no swang. So I can't easily A and B them. I should have done it in a thing, but now you can hear the way that it changes into that groove. What do you think? If you're in the chat, give me a vote. Is it too groove breaking to do the swing, or do you like that? I'm undecided about it. That's why I gotta ask. I gotta go to bed. Too late on the East Coast. Have a good rest of the stream. The stream is over basically. But thanks, Raf. Nice to see you. I'll leave it there for the moment, and then I can always undo it if need be. Let's take one more listen through the intro, and then I'll be done. %, swang. Yeah. Riser. Bass. Repeat that to get the build happening. But we're going to switch out the flute so it's not happening the whole time. This sound anymore. Yeah, I'll let that ride a little bit more. And then it's probably going to go into drop 2. And then it's going to go back into the intro. Drop 1, but somehow different. Perhaps drop 1 with no melody. Something like that. We'll see. Anyway, end of the pull, swang, decisive victory. Great. Thanks, everyone. Nice to do it again. I'll probably be back tomorrow, or at least, if not, the next day, because I just got to do it. I just got to finish it. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Okay, appreciate you all. Hope you have a good rest of your night wherever you are. I'll see you soon. Toodles.